And attention Kmart shoppers, if I could direct you over to our flashing blue light, we've got a sale going on over here on aisle 9 with Trax tennis shoes. One of Mark Fagan's best shoes he's ever owned with the Velcro.
We're gonna put those up for a raffle, or
It would be nice. Do you remember those shoes? The
I
big,
don't even see what shoe. What are you talking about? What shoes?
they were the blue, kind of fuzzy with the fake Adidas stripes. Instead of having three, they only had two because they were generic, but they had the big fat ass Velcro bands on it. Not like the skinny ones. They were big fat ass ones because maybe if he was a tad bit special trying to put them on, they wouldn't be so hard to get them on, even though I'll
I
probably
still
catch
have that
hell.
pair of shoes that someone sent me with the Velcro straps.
I do remember that shit.
I actually wear them sometimes when I go do yard work.
I believe it. I'm going to go ahead and read this before we lift the curtain, but thank you for the donation there, Mr. Living Hands. He couldn't hold it. He said, I've got to do it now. But he says, good day, Scott. Remember how we make the special one in our lives feel recognized? Question mark. Let's do that tonight and every night until the new year, and then start again. I probably will say negative to everything about that comment, but I do thank you for the donation there, sir. And with that comment being made, we're going to go ahead and lift the curtain for the smoothest transition in the longest running vape show in the land. Here we go. What is going on, folks? It is the True Vapor Show number 383. Holy shit, we've got a full crew here tonight. We've even got Mike in an undisclosed location right now that we can't even talk about, and don't even ask in chat where he's at because you won't get an honest answer. But with that being said, let's go ahead because Mark is dying over there, even though he's typing and talking shit to every one of y'all in chat right now. He wants to do one of the best buffets known to man in the length of ever doing YouTube. Take it away, Mark.
I've been holding it down since Mike's been gone with these awesome buffets.
I don't know about all that, but take it away.
The same goddamn mod, same RDA I've had for the past 4 months. We got
Wow.
that bad boy. Sponsored by Boxer. Thank you. We got the beautiful Freemax Starlux, something like that, I believe. Yes, that I reviewed, and I said I would love it till the end, which I still do. We wouldn't be right if we didn't have some disposables. We got one of these. Da, 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 da. We got two more that are still in the box that I'm about to open. I know everyone's excited about that.
Will you open them tonight on this show?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
We got this little bad son of a bitch right there. Ba, 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 ba. Focus, you piece of shit. There you go. Juice. We got some Stevie Marquez Banana Bondage. We got some Paradigm. Old as shit. We got some of the one. I think it's the strawberry one, right? Yep, strawberry. This camera sucks when it comes to focusing.
What camera
And
are you using?
there's some Geek Vape mod that I haven't opened up yet. Hold on. Hold the phone.
Are you supposed to open this yet?
Probably not, but I'll at least show you a picture of it.
Let's do it.
Probably already out and reviewed. We got that bad boy right there. Da, 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 da.
Oh, yeah, that's been out since last year, but go ahead.
And it came with a wireless charger. No idea why. That's it. Take it away, Stefan Vapes.
That was a pretty good buffet. Let me see if I can kind of copy it.
I doubt it.
Improve on mine a little bit. I'm vaping on this tank on this mod. I've got some juice in there. Also vaping on this tank on this mod. I've got some juice in there too.
Jesus.
And then I'm vaping on this disposable right here.
Sweet.
Pretty cool. Also vaping on a disposable here from a company called Billet Box. I think they're a new company. And then I've got this other disposable SX Mini, I believe. And I've got juice in all of those. And that's what I've got. Take it away, Mike, live from Area 51. See what you got.
All right. Hello, everyone. Good evening. I am vaping on the Boxer 21700 with an Eclipse with some love juice in there. That's it.
Wow.
Thank you. Mark beat me again.
He did. That's the quickest buffet you'll ever see out of this man right here.
Thank you.
That was pretty damn quick.
Well,
Thank you very much.
tonight, of course, you know, I turned it on real quick to make it look like I just took a hit, but 21 700 Slimmy, Mr. Boxer right there. Oh, with the Blaze Duel sitting on top of there. And that good old banana custard shit right there that you can't get anymore, I don't guess.
Mike, make sure you're on your Yeti.
Hey, thank you for interruption.
No problem.
Caliburn X, another Caliburn AK-47, and I've got the Boxer side by side with the MTL intake on there. They've all got, excuse me, different juices, and I can't find a bottle to save my life, even though there's all kind of bottles here, but I can't read anything right now, so I do want to show you all this before we get started because we got a lot to talk about tonight. But I have seen a few comments in some of these chats about me and Mark dueling it out over some shirts we received. The thing you haven't got to see, you seen the shirt on me, you seen the shirt on Mark, but y'all haven't actually seen the shirt. Folks, this is the shirt that I was wearing the other day.
Damn, you kept it? There she is.
Now, it's hard to tell on camera, but this thing I could probably put on my cat and it would stretch it out. It's that small. So to get this shirt on, it's like there was a lot of butter, a lot of oil involved to get it slid on. So there you go. But if somebody is interested in this shirt, I'm doing autographs and we'll get it out to the highest bidder. Anyway, I do have to say this. Everybody, Marvin Norton is in chat, and I want y'all all to wish this old piece of shit a happy birthday because birthdays only come around once a day. And that's Marvin Norton. Every day is his birthday. So there you go, folks. Marvin, you have got your shout out for the day. And everybody else out there in chat, I hope everybody's doing good. Where do we begin?
We begin with my audio. Is this
There you
better?
go. Turned up a little now. And you're good.
Turn up.
Or you're,
I wasn't even on the Yeti, SD.
I
Really?
knew it sounded kind of echoey.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what the hell's going on here?
It sounds like you're talking really soft.
I am. I'm kind of talking soft because of the echo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you might
Well,
want to
then-
either turn it up or talk louder.
Yeah, the gain needs to come up a bit.
All right, just let me know.
Hello, Cheryl. How you doing?
Is that better?
A little bit more.
Is that better?
That's
Perfect.
good.
Perfect.
That's perfect right there.
There we go.
Does it sound echoey?
Nope.
No.
All right, good. There you go. Thank you.
All right. So I'm sure y'all have all read the title to the show. I guess I've kind of learned a little bit. Oh, hold on. Before I get started, is that K-Tech over here?
Yep, that's that piece of shit.
The K-Tech, the one that got ran out of Illinois into another state?
Well, he got scared because I challenged him to a fight and he ended up moving out.
Well, I don't know about all that, but anyway.
By the way, it's Big Kev and ain't K-Tech. Get it
That
right.
is true. I keep forgetting that. But anyway, sorry about that, Big K. But so I was hit multiple times today, and I'm going to give my prompts to my man Ray out there. He was like, "Did you see this right here?" So apparently, FastTech is closing the doors. Now, what I didn't know, I guess this was something that was, kind of coming down the pike anyway. But I don't know. I can't think of anything I've ordered off of FastTech to really keep up with FastTech news. But FastTech has been around for over 10 years. I do know that. And a lot of people buy from them. But I don't know exactly when the date is that they're officially shutting the doors. But they're closing shop. Now, what seemed kind of funny to me about all this is when you've got a company in China shutting down, it makes me start to feel like, oh, hell, I'm waiting for the hatchet to drop on somebody else to see where we go. But something else I didn't realize, we were talking about this, and I thought about it earlier. Folks, do y'all remember ordering from GearBest? Because GearBest used to have vaping stuff on their site. But I checked today, GearBest is still open. They also sold an array of electronic devices, not anything vaping wise. They had like a big buffet of crap on their site. But I looked on there today, they no longer offer anything vaping. Again, I didn't keep up with GearBest either, so I don't know how long that's been in place. But that's a pretty big outfit over there, and them not doing anything. So who's next? Or is there going to be any next at all?
No, there's a lot of companies still running in China. There's another one, SourceMore. Remember them?
Yep.
Yep.
I get emails from them all the time. SourceMore.
My thing is though, like FastTech sells a whole bunch of other shit. I'm wondering.
Well, hold on. Well, Country Boy just said it, and I was also talking to Ginger earlier, and that's what I said. I wonder if 3F is going to stay afloat or if they're going to go down. Because you know they sell a lot of stuff because basically everything they sell on their site is clone stuff, and that's what a lot of people buy. So it's like, are they going to keep rolling or not?
Who are you talking about?
3F.
Oh, yeah. You know what it is? We were talking about this before the show started. I think the problem why these companies are closing down is because of all these bans that happen. A lot of people don't know that. I don't know how to word this. I don't want to get you in trouble.
Will just
You
be,
can still get stuff.
yeah.
You can still get stuff. But people don't know that you could.
Yeah. And Mike did bring up a good point where a lot of people assume that only buy stuff online and don't go to like a brick and mortar. They just assume that with everything they've heard in the news, well, I can't order shit anymore. So how am I supposed to get any of my stuff? Because if you watch the news makes it look like there's no way anything can be delivered to my home anymore because there's none of the carriers that will deliver this.
No.
Which is not the truth, but
Oh yeah, you could still buy shit. It just some websites there's a few more steps you got to go through, but there's other sites where it's still exactly the same. There ain't nothing changed.
yeah,
Yeah.
Some sites.
Another thing is like in New York they banned flavored liquids, and I have so many New Yorkers telling me I can't even buy vape products. It's not liquids. They want the new mod. They want, and I'm like, you know that you could still buy this stuff, right?
yeah,
You know, you could just go to a vape shop. They got all the new stuffs probably still in there. They're still getting stuff. A lot of people don't know that. They think that because of what they heard in the news or they hear vaping ban. Oh, it's banned. We can't get new stuff anymore. You can.
yeah.
And if you try hard enough, you get them flavors.
And I know for a lot of people, depending on what state you live in, like the few brick and mortars we have here, well, I don't want to say a few because we've still got quite a few, but the one particular one, I was just there Sunday. Was it Sunday I got off work and stopped by? I think it was Sunday. I needed it here. Just so I had to pick me up another bottle of this because I was running shy on my lava flow. But I walk in the store. Store's not packed, but it still has all the latest and greatest. Everything that you see most of these guys reviewing is sitting on the shelves in there. So a lot of these shops are still getting this stuff, but I understand too, there's a lot of crappy brick and mortars that don't offer barely shit in some states. You know, I don't know what states are good and what are bad. You know, I can't keep up. I can only keep up with the one I live in, but at least I know here things are still good. So if I have to go to a brick and mortar, I have that option. Now, am I going to pay more? Yes. But if you still want to do it, I mean, hell, you were paying for cigarettes when you said you wouldn't pay for it when they were at the prices that they were, and they're even higher now. So
Well, what's
All the,
crazy is with all the extra costs and stuff now, with like getting stuff online, it's almost making brick and mortars more competitive.
Oh
Because
yeah,
if you order on certain sites, with the time you get the taxes and the signature fee and the shipping fee and all that other shit, you're adding an extra $30, $40 to your order, you know?
it is crazy because and I'm just using this for an example because it's always one I know that's there that I can go to real quick. Like sometimes I've been curious about coils or something like that, and I've looked on Element Vape, and I'll put some in the cart just to see, where I'm going to be at when it's all said and done. All the extra fees long outweighs the initial price of whatever I'm buying, which is crazy on there. But I mean, that's just what it's come to now. For some people, they've just got to bite the bullet and pay that extra. I mean, if you want that stuff because they have no other options to get this stuff. But you're right. Brick and mortars are coming are more competitive now with some of these sites because of all the extra fees that they're having to charge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just to clarify, I think people in chat are saying that the reason why places are shutting down China is because there's a 38% tax that China is adding now on all their, I guess, their business, and that's going to cut into their profits, I guess, and they can't stay open with that.
Yeah. Oh, I believe it. I
hell, I
believe
didn't even know China paid taxes. Holy shit.
you don't keep up with the tax laws over there, son.
China. It's funny because
Just to clarify something, Yorgo, I never said nothing about you going to buy e-liquid from your brick and mortar. I'm talking about vape gear, mods, tanks, stuff like that. And you guys know I live in a communist city, New York
Yeah.
City, and they've banned flavored liquids. Meanwhile, the vape shops, they got all the new news still in there, all the new mods that are coming out, they got all that stuff still coming in. They're still selling it.
Yeah.
Liquids is a different story. I never said anything about these shops in the communist states about liquids. I said vape gear.
What was you saying, Mark?
it's funny. Right when this started happening, where shit was closing down, I started getting emails from a particular retailer that I haven't even got anything from in like years. The place that Mike used to rep in the very beginning.
Wet vapes?
Yeah, I haven't heard from those guys, and I didn't even know they were still around.
Dude, I constantly get stuff from Wet Vapes into my junk mail, like all
I
the
get it.
time.
I still get all of that from wet. It's all in the junk mail that goes into spam.
I haven't gotten it in like 4 or 5 years, and I got it like past couple of weeks. Like, wow.
I remember back in the day, like when I first started buying stuff online, Wet Vapes was not the first, but one of the first places I used. And I got like a mod or something off of there, and I thought, oh yeah, this is good stuff right here. But I'm same way. If I wasn't getting an email from them all the time, I would forget that they even existed. Uh-oh, here we go again. Jason always got to throw a wrench into things.
So that
I know we're talking about vape shit tonight. It's pretty crazy on a vape show that we do this. But hey, you know what? And even if this person's watching, I've got to read this comment right here because, and typically I don't delete any comments unless somebody asks me to do it, but it caught my eye, if I can still find it, if I can actually read this. So this was from show number 381, the Thanksgiving pre-show. And this person wrote, wow, first time watching. This is a vape show? Talking about sex dolls, clean up and such. Very little to do with vaping. Honestly, expected a little bit more class out of Mike.
Damn.
what happened?
So apparently we were just doing our normal, talking about all kind of whatever we talk about on these shows because they're not always about vaping. And this person, I guess first time viewing, thought that they were about to run up on a just hardcore fact vaping show, and they caught a show that we were talking shit. And I guess they didn't feel like the person that you are should have joined in on any of those conversations non-vaping, and they felt like you didn't have that much class.
Oh, okay. I am what we. I am a human being. I'm not just a vape person. I have other interests. This is going to the person that made that comment because they're probably sneak watching right now.
I would imagine they are.
You know, nowhere on this title of the show does it say that this is a vape show. We're just four dudes that vape and talk about random stuff. And one of the things we talk about is vaping.
Yep.
So let's talk about the Canthol versus nichromate. So maybe we can talk about which cotton we use. I prefer not to use cotton bacon. I feel that the pesticides they use, that would be the most boring fucking show ever.
We talk about titanium wire.
Yeah.
You
Let's
know,
talk about
TCR
Let's
value.
talk about titanium temp control. Barry, thank you. Yes, Mike is an adult. He can talk about adult things. Exactly.
The only thing that I could think of is go back, since we're into this over 7 years, go back in the beginning and you'll see some of the same shit we're doing now that we did in the beginning. So nothing's ever changed. It's just the night you showed up. I don't know. It doesn't matter what night you showed up. It wasn't going to be to your liking. This isn't for you, apparently. So anyway, but
I would say just go watch another vape show, but there's very few out there at the moment.
they're very limited right now. And this being the longest running one, you should just keep watching this one right here.
You won't learn shit, but you could keep watching.
Very true. Very true. But
Sorry, Yargo. I know I wanted to do one too, but I just don't have the gear to do it here. The drive stream thing.
there you go.
You can drive.
So I don't know anymore, man.
Who's this new person in chat? 10-ton test?
I don't know who that
Crazy
is.
shit this person's.
I don't know, but she said that she would crush me. And
I
I'm
do.
kind of into it.
I do like the picture that we've opted to use for that. I could just barely see it.
But I would fuck her chin.
Yeah.
The swole head is just barely fitting the circle there. So
Still waiting on that sex doll, Ron. Please send it if you can. UPS.
oh man, crazy. But
I wonder what FastTech is going to do with all their stuff that they have left, like shit that doesn't sell, all like dildos and shit like that. If they're going to like sell it off at dirt cheap prices, or if they're going to pawn it off to another place, or what?
I'm wondering if they're going to have like a one of those,
Going out of business sales.
Yeah.
even like a fire sale, like where you just mark it down to basically nothing, trying just to get rid of all the inventory they can. I'm kind of curious of that myself.
They got a lot of sex toys there too. Ladies, if you're looking for a dildo,
I-
FastTech is a place to go.
I think people kind of freak out a little prematurely over stuff like this. But in my opinion, as long as the manufacturers are staying open, it's like Mike said, you're going to be able to get gear. Now, if the manufacturers start shutting down, it's a different story.
That's a good point, yeah.
I mean, but like just because a distributor shuts down, like that's not that. I mean, it's not great. Like I hate to see people going out of business, but it's not a huge deal in the grand scope of things. There's
Aren't
like
they?
15
Isn't
other
China right
distributors.
now? Isn't China like on a huge lockdown or something? Is it all? of
I
China
keep
or parts of
seeing
China?
that, but I have not kept up with any news, so I can't.
Yeah.
They're like doing protests and rallies because the president, or whatever you want to consider that over there, still has the severe C lockdowns going on.
Yeah, be careful.
Going nuts.
Be
Yeah,
careful.
we shouldn't be
a bit,
talking
yeah.
about this because YouTube loves China. So
Yeah, I gotta be careful. So
We also probably can't talk about. See if you catch this. Probably also can't talk about a man named Kane East.
Oh god.
dude, what a fucking he is nuts. That's all I gotta say. What for me personally, I think he was trolling. I got this weird feeling he was he's just trolling everyone.
Somebody posted a meme and it was a picture of an album cover and the title of the album was My Struggle.
here we go. Country Boy wants to know what's you running in the intake MTL. You mean juice? I would be running this right here. Where's my camera? Some patches, Enigma. That's what
Are
I
they
like.
seriously welding doors shut?
Yeah, that's why this all happened. They welded an apartment building. Well, they've been welding lots of apartment buildings. I think they've been doing it to all of them. But anyway, and a fire broke out, and the people couldn't get out.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Holy
Yeah,
fuck.
that's what triggered the protest. They're like, this is crazy.
Dude, that's nuts.
It sounds like a phenomenal form of government, honestly.
That's what some people want done here.
That would be for some great YouTube content. If someone welded the door shut here, imagine doing some video of like surviving in a lockdown apartment building.
Well,
That would be great.
since you're going live 5 times a day every day, why don't you go to Chicago somewhere like into the hood where they got the steel all up on the high rises and test that theory out?
It would be fun.
I did. I guess we can't. I don't know how deep we can go into this one, but we did. A few of us received a message today of, I want to say, a particularly different Uber driver that picked up Mark today. How'd that go for you?
Dude, this car, I hear a car coming down the street and you hear the bass. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, and he slows down. I'm like, oh my God, don't even say this is the Uber driver. And I've never seen a fucking beat up Tesla before. But this dude had a beat up Tesla. I get in the car and it is so, I'm like, I don't mind someone smokes weed, but it is so fucking strong in that car. Like I was getting high. And then when he's driving, he's doing like 60 miles an hour down the side. I thought he had like a death wish. I was actually literally letting to get out of the car because I was a little bit scared, but I made it.
Well, it is a Tesla though, so they are known for their speeds.
I'm sure you gave him a good tip. He got you what you needed to go quickly.
Well, I gave him 5 stars because I didn't want him to come back to my house and God knows what. So he got a 5-star rating.
Why would he come back to your house? What are you trying to say?
If I gave him a bad rating, he was like Jamaican or some shit.
Oh, that's why.
Oh, yeah.
He looked like a Jamaican terrorist.
Oh my gosh.
I've figured out this mystery.
He looked
Hey,
like,
you know that when you give those ratings and all that, it's anonymous. It doesn't show. I don't think it shows.
that's what, if you Google, they say that, but drivers have said that they see who gives them tips and they see who gives them ratings. So I don't know which is true, to be honest with you.
Who knows?
Well, what did
I was scared for my life today, pretty much.
Well, if you were so scared, why not document it with a live stream like you normally would?
I didn't want to piss him off and pull out a camera. Definitely not pull out a camera.
Man, that would have been like prime opportunity right there to do something.
It
I'm
was
not going to even start. I was going to say something.
it was terrifying.
Fuck it, I'm going to do it. What if he was white, Mark?
Oh, if he was white, I'd feel pretty comfortable in the car.
Oh my God! Did we get Mr. East on this show?
Don't you ever see those movies where they have like those? I'm assuming they're Jamaican, like those like terrorist pirates, like the.
Oh,
black...
you're thinking about the old. You see, you're still into the Steven Seagal thing. Wasn't it one of the movies in Steven Seagal with the Jamaicans?
Yeah, something like that. And
Or
there's
the
like
Somalis.
yeah, there you
Was
go.
it Somalis?
Jamaicans, whatever. That's what he seemed like one of those dudes. And I'm like, I thought I was gonna die. I'm like, you know what? I think he doesn't like white people, and he's gonna end up killing me. And I thought I was gonna die, but I made it.
Well, the Somalians are the ones that normally do the pirating, going on to all these cargo ships and stuff like that.
Well, to Mark, everyone's the same.
And I do understand
You know
that.
how it is.
Yeah, I don't know if he was a Somalian or a Jamaican. I just know it was a black guy and he was trying to kill me.
Well, he was like really dark, like the real like dark kind.
All right, we're probably going into a little bit too
Mark's the
deep.
type of dude that would say, "Yeah, it was a Jamaican from Africa."
I don't know what he was, but he looked like one of the guys that tried to steal that boat from Tom Hanks in that movie. You know what I mean?
There you go.
At one point, he looked at me and he said, "Hey, I'm the captain now." And
I'm just glad that the people in Chicago that walk around downtown don't recognize this man, because you would be in a world of shit down there if these folks recognized you.
Yep. Mark, do they still people still wearing bulletproof vests walking around Chicago? I'm not. I don't know. I'm just asking for a
Yeah,
friend.
they wear them under their clothes now, though, so they're not as revealing. And the fact that it was a Tesla, I didn't know how to get in or get out of the car, so I was kind of screwed either way. It took me like 5 minutes to figure out how to get out.
Ray Ray's correct. They were Haitian
Haitian.
in that Steven Seagal movie, Mark for Death. Yeah.
That still means nothing to Mark. He bundles everything into one thing there. So
Where's-
He's like, yeah, the Haitians, they're from Africa, right?
Yeah, Haiti, that must be a country in Africa, I'm assuming. Yeah.
yeah, this show's probably gonna get pulled tonight. But anyway,
For misinformation.
probably so. That's probably
Wikipedia
exactly.
fact checked, and Haiti is not in Africa, actually.
I don't know
it's
if the
called
cab drivers.
joking.
I don't know how the cab drivers are in New York, but I remember like in Chicago, we got a cab from the airport, and we got another one of those Jamaican dudes, and he was fucking pissed that he had to drive way out to the suburbs, and all he was doing the whole time was just cussing up and down and doing like 100 miles an hour to our house. This was a while ago, and I was
Cab
fucking
drivers in
terrified.
New York majority of them are Indian, and they stink. Oh my god! And they don't speak English, and you try to tell them the address, and you got to say it 1,000 times. You got to do navigation on your own phone and try and direct them where to go. Yeah, it's bad.
Y'all always make me feel better that I live somewhere that I just walk out to my own vehicle and I never rely on any services or any any type of taxis.
Well, that's like obviously if you're going to the airport, you're getting a taxi to go to the airport. You know what I'm saying? Or you get back. So it's like,
But I understand from Mark because Mark prefers to be carried around like he's in a limo or some shit. But
Limousine.
do you tell these Uber people, like when you're just sitting there and things maybe get quiet for a minute or something, do you start telling them, hey, I don't know if you know this, but I'm a celebrity on YouTube?
A majority of them know that already. When they see my face on the app, they kind of assume they're picking up a celebrity.
I guarantee you at least once, when they've passed Mark the aux cable, be like, hey man, play whatever music you want. And he's like, music. How about we listen to something entertaining? You ever heard of FAQ Friday?
or Nickelback.
Old Nickelback. Not
Yeah, Nickelback before they went mainstream. You know what I mean?
Ginger said, right, ST. That's what I was thinking. I saw Mark walk into a Starbucks in downtown Chicago. I figured at least 20 people would recognize him. I know when he was standing down there live streaming, and I'll give it to the man, he found a good app to live stream off of. Had a clear, pretty much clear the whole time feed going on. I was just ready for numerous people to come up and just like, holy shit, is this Vaping Fagan? Is this the Vaping Fagan? It was this.
That's him. That's my Uber driver. Tell me he doesn't look scary.
He doesn't
Doesn't look
look
scary. Why
fucking
does he look scary?
Jamaican.
Dude, he's even high in his photo. Look at him.
He doesn't look scary. He looks high. Yeah, but not scary.
Yeah, but he doesn't look Jamaican. Do
He
you
looks
know
like
what a Jamaican person looks like, Mark?
Look, to Mark, he
don't
thinks
wanna-
Puerto Rico was in Mexico. It's the
true.
same concept.
I thought Puerto Rico was
Jamaican-
a city in Mexico.
Jamaican is like the dreads, yeah man, what's up, that kind of shit.
Yeah, he had like a kind of an accent like that.
I
just
think by
thought-
that you just mean he had an accent.
Yeah, kind of. I don't know. I was too terrified to even know.
What's funny is you saw him and you went, oh fuck, and then he saw you and he probably had the exact same fucking.
Yeah.
He was like, where have I got delivered this summage to?
He's like, this idiot doesn't even know how to get in a car. Like those fucking you know how the handles are flat on the fucking Tesla. I'm like, what? How do I get in?
So how did you wind up getting in?
You push the thing in to the door. And then
How did you get in though?
he told me how to push it in.
He didn't get out and come over there and open it for you?
No, I eventually figured it out.
Oh, this man would have been on cloud nine if he'd had this guy get out of the car and come open his door for him.
So basically, this guy pulled up to pick you up. You sat outside the car for 10 minutes trying to get in. He just lit one up and just waited for you, right?
Yep. Dude, it was fucking. I've never been in a car that he must have just stopped smoking the minute he picked me up because it was fucking strong.
Oh man.
But if he's watching right now, which he probably is, just so you know, I did leave you a 5-star and I gave you a tip. So
I believe he is watching. He probably got word that he would have his 5 minutes of fame on here tonight. So
How much tip you leave him, Mark?
15%, so $4 and something cents.
Wow.
for how
Yeah,
long
you're
of a
a big
drive?
It was a $35 trip.
How long of a drive?
Oh, I don't know, 30 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. Yeah.
You mean
So you
this
paid
man? Wait, hold on.
$4.
This man wasted 30. Would you say 35 minutes?
Yep, about that.
35 minutes of electricity to get you from point A to point B, and you tipped this man $4.
And 23 cents.
Have you ever seen an Uber receipt for in Illinois?
No.
They have 5, 6 different taxes. They have a booking fee, a temporary fuel fee, a time of day fee. They have 5 different fees that you have to pay on top of how much the ride cost.
Well, hold on. The fuel fee. You should fight that. You should be like, he didn't fucking.
Yeah, he's
use
in a
fuel.
Tesla.
You know what? You're right. I should fight that.
You should.
Electricity, I
Yeah,
think, is considered a fuel.
Temporary fuel fee. This son of a bitch ripped me off.
but it should be worded correctly. It should either be slash fuel electricity because there's no fuel in that car.
That's
Yeah,
just like when you go somewhere and there's a no smoking sign there and you're vaping and the people come to you, oh, there's no smoking here. And I'm like, thank God to them. And they look at me weird. I'm like, yeah, I can't stand cigarettes. And I just start vaping in front of them again. They're like, no, you can't smoke. I know. Thank God. That's why I'm vaping.
If you don't word it 100%, all you would know is hey, I can't smoke here, and that's all I
Nowadays,
need to
You know
know.
how many fights I get into with idiots like that? Oh, God, I love it.
We've got Mark's Uber driver from Jamaica in chat.
Is that how you spell Jamaica?
Yeah.
Oh my
How'd you think it was spelled?
How do you think you would spell it, Mark?
I thought it was Jamica, not Jamaica. I guess that is how you spell it. It looks wrong to me though.
Well, look it up real quick.
That is wrong. It looks wrong.
That's how you spell Jamaica.
Is it? Wow.
Look it up, Mark.
Dun, 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 dun.
And while you're at it, look up where Jamaica's located.
In Mexico. That's what he said, right?
Yep.
Jamaica is spelled Jama. Okay, I guess that is right. It's located in New York, apparently.
Oh, yeah, there is actually a town, Jamaica, New York.
Oh, that's a good. Mitch R asked, "Did you vape in the Tesla?" That's a good question.
I was gonna ask him because it already smelled like weed, so I figured he wouldn't have a problem with vape, but I didn't want to get anywhere,
You didn't even
You should have
have.
told them, "Can I vape?" And you should have said to them, "Look, I know you smoke weed. Go ahead, light one up. I don't care as long as I can vape."
Hold on. So you didn't. What did you take with you? Did you have the Caliburn X?
Nope, I took my little Freemax Starlux.
And
This
you,
little bad
didn't-
one right there.
You didn't stealth vape?
I was gonna say you didn't stealth in it.
No, I can't stealth vape in the car. I'm not that good yet.
Hold on. I've sat next to you 30,000 feet up in the air while you were stealth vaping in a plane, but you
Well,
can't do it in a car?
The plane has high seats, so the people can't really see you. This car, he could see
Dude,
clearly what I
high seats. How in
Low
the
seats. He meant low seats, right?
high back
the
seats.
backs of the
Yeah, the
back
high
of the
back-
seats are high. Okay.
And plus, the Tesla didn't have a bathroom I can walk into.
I could literally stealth vape this.
Let's see you do it. I can see the tank in your mouth right now. In order to stealth vape, you can't show the mod or the tank. All you can do is just put your hand to your mouth.
well,
So that mod is not stealth friendly.
you couldn't like act like you're digging at your teeth or something.
Well, if you had a pod, yeah, you could just do the old like this, and they don't know what you're doing. Nobody could see you if you're like in a corner.
But since I have 12 milligrams in here, I could take a vape and it'll last me a good half hour or so. I don't really need to chain vape it like I've been doing right now. Welcome to Jamaica.
Why
That
don't
was a stealth vape, by the way.
you again? Another prime opportunity. Now, this opportunity is going to cost you a little bit of money, but it would be worth it for the content. Why don't you just do random filmings and Ubers and just vape and bullshit with folks?
Because a majority of the Uber drivers that come to me are people you may not want to piss off.
Dude, those are the prime ones that get you the content. You don't want some you don't want some dude that's going to sit there and talk your head off. You want the crazy ones.
Oh no, these guys ain't crazy. They're not crazy in that sense. They're more like kind of dangerous crazy.
Well, that's what adds to the element of the content.
Like I think the Uber is just like a side gig for them to do something else, like maybe transport drugs or whatever they're doing. A lot of these Uber drivers that I hook up with, yeah, they look like.
Wait, you're hooking up with them?
I'll end it there. Let's just put it right. Let's end it right there.
Hey, ST.
Yo.
Best taxi ride ever. Go.
That would be Detroit right there. Detroit.
It was me, you, and Brian, right?
Detroit, yes, sir. That was the best one right there because we did some crazy ass talking in there that none of y'all watching could understand what we were saying, but this dude would answer you. He could answer you because
We were talking. How were we talking? Like we
We
just
would.
talking gibberish to each other.
we were just
He
going
was trying to get into the conversation too.
yeah. We would sit there. I'd go, and they'd be like, "Oh, really?"
Shit.
Oh, but that was funny as hell. Yeah, I know there was taxi cab confessions, but this would be Uber, Fagin versus Uber or some shit like that.
Fagin would either get shot or Fagin would have a car full of like Bloods or something knocking on his door at midnight.
Jesus.
I'd go to Uber, I'd do a video, and then he'd be knocking on my door at midnight with him and his homies. Like, hey, what's up, man?
You know what? I gotta say this. I don't think if you're in the Bloods, the Crips, I don't think that you're wasting your time using Uber as a cover up to move things. I think you're just moving things because you can.
Yeah, that's not what they mean when they're like, we out here on these streets. They're not talking about driving for fucking Uber.
Now, when I used Uber back in the trailer park, I used to live next to what was it, little Pakistan. All the Uber drivers
Here we
were
go.
Indian and Arabic, and I didn't really, that was kind of fun. But being on this side of town, things are a little different.
Yeah, but they're not driving for Uber, dude. They're fucking selling crack.
Yeah.
They're like planning murders and shit. They don't have time to take your fucking ass 35 minutes down the road for $4.23.
They got to have a legitimate job to make things look, good come tax time. So they have to be an Uber driver so they can, show where all this money's like if you got a piece of shit, if you got a Tesla that's a piece of shit, chances are you got money. If you're
Say, man, I know your destination is over here. Do you mind if I make a quick pit stop? I gotta do a drive-by over on the corner.
What does a piece of shit Tesla? What is a piece of shit Tesla? Tell me that.
It was just on the outside of it was all scratched up, dirty, and had some dents on it. And then the inside was like filthy. It was like it needed to go. I don't want to talk too much about this because he may be watching right now. So, by the way, that Tesla was beautiful.
He's probably parked outside your house right now.
Probably is.
Yep.
I tipped you, just so you know. I did tip and leave a good 5-star rating.
Yeah, but bro, he only tipped you $4.23.
Yeah.
Honestly.
That's what the app recommended. It said, do you want to leave a 15, 20, or 25%? I'll go 15.
So you went the lowest recommended
You
amount.
could have just given him like $5.
No. I'd rather do it. It only offered percentages.
This man,
my head.
this man is out trying to make a living for his family.
I don't think he was.
He's trying to make money just to be able
Well,
to
he
put
was trying to make money to buy more weed. I
Yes.
think.
that and put more electricity in that car to keep it
Yeah.
running. And you're shortchanging him, but
You're
I got
depriving
you.
him of electricity and fucking blunts.
So this guy spends, because you gotta think, he had to drive to Mark and then drive him his 35 minutes. So he spent almost an hour dealing with Mark. He made $4.23. Mark films a 6-minute long video for a disposable, charges the company $15,000 for the video,
Yeah, it's
and
true.
you can't get the guy $5.
I know that is kind of bad. You know what? If I see him again, I'm gonna give him a bigger tip.
There you go.
We'll meet again. I'm sure of it.
Well, look who has joined us tonight. Angel Gomez. What's going on? Mr. Gomez. Now,
It's weird.
let me ask you this question. Hold on, Mark. Hold that thought. What if you called Uber and Angel pulled up as your driver? How would you treat him?
Oh, like shit.
Oh my God.
First of all, he's racist and he's Mexican. I would have zero respect for him. I'd wipe my ass on his seats.
Angel, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to listen to this crap. What was your thought there, Mark? Go ahead before.
Speeding in a Tesla is weird because there's no like engine noises, so it's like just quiet. You're like, it's the strangest feeling in the world. Doesn't feel real.
Why is everybody talking about wax in
I
chat?
have no clue.
How did they've got their own conversation going on about wax, and we're over here talking about Uber drivers.
I don't partake in the 420. At least I haven't in a while. So wax would be no good to me if that's what you're referring to. Unless you're talking about candle wax, and in that case, yeah, send me some scented candles.
There you go.
Did you get a message about raspberry custard? It says Johnny to Mike.
Oh,
Johnny, no, I don't know where you messaged me. I don't have any private messengers or anything like that. Email. I have emails.
so Cheryl says, which she's talking to somebody else. Mark 8 candle wax.
Oh yeah, never mind. That was Friday's show. I totally forgot about that. I tried to put it back in my mind.
What did you
Wait,
do?
you ate candle wax?
They sent over these melting wax things, and they smelled and looked like candy, and I accidentally ate one. I didn't swallow it though.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was an
Are you
experience.
serious? You ate one of those?
Yeah, I didn't realize it wasn't candy.
How did that taste?
Like flavorless wax. Now it didn't taste like what it smelled like. That's for sure.
Did it kind of remind you of the days of eating crayons and shit? Wow. Okay. Puff Daddy says he said accidentally.
Yeah, it was an accident.
How do you accidentally eat a candle?
You know, like when you're a kid and you accidentally eat bird shit.
No, I understand that. Like, because you prefaced it with "when you're a kid."
You hear that?
I want to ask the question you just said. Do
Yeah,
you remember when you were a kid and you'd accidentally eat bird shit? Over what?
I accidentally ate bird shit once when I was a kid because my cousin said it was candy, and I was dumb enough to believe him. And bird shit it's super salty, just so you know, like really salty.
I don't think anybody has ever even attempted to say or tried. I don't.
When you're a kid, you do dumb shit.
No,
Like, eat
you
bird
do.
shit.
You do. You do. I don't deny that. That's
Yeah,
probably
you
the
do
first
stupid
time.
shit. You're the first person I've ever heard of that accidentally ate bird shit as a kid.
Oh no, that's probably purpose. I did that, but I didn't know it was bird shit.
Right. So you on purpose ate bird shit as a child, and now as a full-grown man, you accidentally ate a candle. So it's almost like you're regressing. No, it smelled good. Like, Jesus Christ, have you ever been in a fucking store where they got candles and you're just like, oh my God, these motherfuckers got a buffet?
No, but I swear this was candy. It even looked like candy. It even melted in the package like chocolate candy would.
See,
Yeah, or wax.
you know what's funny? I've seen, well, not that I've actually seen the birds do it, but you know that they did. Birds, sometimes will eat berries or some shit, and then when they shit it out, it's got kind of that color into the white crap that they have. Now, that would have been funny if somebody would have handed that off to Mark, say, hey, try this berry flavored candy we got right here, and you did that.
Well, these are some salty blueberries here.
I guarantee you, to this day, somebody could put some bird shit in a fucking wrapper and tell him it's candy, and he, oh, cool, I've never seen this before.
Oh no, I know that I know what bird shit tastes like and looks like now. That flavor does not leave my mind.
Yeah, but
I
what if they
never-
put some fucking food coloring in it?
I
Yeah,
am
but it'll be
very
too late.
curious.
It'll be too late. Even if you know how it tastes, you're still gonna put it in your mouth first.
I'm extremely curious to know what actual human shit tastes like, though. Like, what if we're missing out on something? What if it tastes good?
Whoever is sending Mark packages, get some bird shit, put a little food coloring in that bitch, and put it in some wrappers and send that shit,
Yep.
and let's
don't
see.
I don't eat nothing unless it's sealed.
Yeah.
So
oh, yeah,
at this point in the show, I'm kind of hoping that person that tuned in a few weeks ago has tuned in right now. And they're like, again, I'm watching this show, a vaping show, and they're talking about eating bird shit.
Exactly.
Mike, shame for taking part in
I
this.
know. I would like to apologize to everyone for talking about this stuff and laughing along.
Two girls,
Girls love Alka-Seltzer. Yeah.
Ooh, Lord have mercy.
So, wait up. I want to go back to what Mark said about eating shit
Okay.
that we might be missing out.
dude, it's one
So, are you
thing
going
that
to be?
we
Why
haven't
don't you do like a live feed of it?
I actually think about it. What's the one thing? Like, we eat everything, but there's one thing we've never tried shit. What if shit is really good?
All right, let me say this just to kind of start this conversation off, which I can't believe we're having, but I don't eat anything that smells that nasty.
Like, certain cheeses have an odor. Fish has an odor.
Not like shit.
Maybe just the odor is just, maybe the flavor is nothing like the odor. What if you bite into it and it's like got this sweet,
Well, what's
like,
keeping you
satisfying
from
flavor?
it? What's keeping you from doing this?
I just want to make sure I don't get sick eating it. But I think there's several different things that can happen to me. I'd eat like a little ball of shit. I'd eat it just to try.
Have you ever Googled to see if anyone's eaten it? Like if there's videos?
Of course they have. 2 girls, 1 cup.
I don't think that's real. They look like they were enjoying it too much to be eating it.
I guarantee you have scratched your ass, and there's been shit particles in your, and you
Yeah, but I want to eat an actual piece of shit though, like a decent size, like M&M size piece.
Mark's like, where does chocolate come from?
I don't remember eating a chocolate bar earlier.
All I can say is I've been calling you a piece of shit for years now, and that's what you are. You are a piece of shit.
And that shit in the 2 girls 1 cup video, that looks too perfect to be diarrhea. Like that's like some. I've never seen like runny diarrhea or shit that smooth. That is really smooth. It doesn't look real.
I've everybody has watched or seen or heard of that video, and you're the first person I've ever heard comment on it and say, "Yeah, man." And I mean, the shit looked way too perfect in that video.
It did, didn't
You know
it?
what I
Look
mean?
at it. Think of the times you've had diarrhea and how the shit like splatters out and it never comes out like a smooth, like soft serve ice cream.
I don't know
Never.
how in the hell we've come down this road tonight, but we've somehow landed here. But
I blame that dude that complained to you.
I think that's what happened. It purposely happened like this tonight.
Yep.
So, do we have anything else that we know of, like vaping or anything else going on in the world? Or
I've always wondered how piss tastes. You know what I mean? I've been thinking about it.
I am wondering what the fuck this is. Like, what is this?
what is it?
It's like a piece of rubber on a disposable.
Well, peel it. And that's
It's
probably
to
what.
put a lanyard right there.
Yeah, it's where you put the lanyard at, but
Well, hold on now. You were supposed to break open 2 new ones and try them. We were supposed to have that.
that's one of them.
Have you even took a puff off of it yet?
Yep, and there's a second one.
Do they both taste the same?
Yep.
What flavor is it? Pink shit or whatever?
Banana ice, I believe.
Why would you put banana ice in a pink colored device? Does that make any sense?
Oh, it's pink? Oh, this one I don't know. This one
Is that not pink?
That's banana ice. This one I don't know what it is.
Those both look pink to me.
This is like a watermelon something. No,
Mark isn't very familiar with the color of pink. You'll have to-
might be pink. Maybe my camera's off.
Yeah, it looks
I think
pink.
it is pink.
Guys, I got the comment of the night
Okay.
from Troy V. Says, this was a vape show at one point tonight. Then it turned to shit.
Don't blame,
It literally did.
Very
don't
loud.
blame me.
It literally did.
Yep.
It's dinner time across the continent.
Oh man,
Good
I don't
point.
know. I don't know anymore, folks. What else we got going on? I still see we have Mike Vape videos kicking out. I have seen some Vape and Fagan videos kicking out. There was a good thing that me and Mark was talking about, and it's really making me curious. We're right at the end of the year, and then the new year comes around. I wonder how long it's going to take this time for China to put products back out. Because, last year it took a long time, because it seemed like a month or two, if not longer than that, before shit started kicking out.
You talking about the Chinese New Year when they go on vacation?
Yeah.
You don't know. I can't wait because that's like my vacation.
Yeah, that's
can't wait.
February, I think, right? Sometime in February.
Yeah,
I
but
think begins the last week of January, if I'm not mistaken.
But it took them a long time to rebound from that last year. I'm kind of curious now since things are even in a different light.
Look, with what's going on there with the sea, who knows?
Yeah.
Is that really still? It baffles me that's still a thing.
So if they're welding doors shut down there, that's got to be pretty hardcore.
You got
Imagine
the
what they're going to
sniffles?
do when there's like an actual.
You got the
Bang.
sniffles? Let's lock you up in jail.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're running a 99.3-degree fever. We're going to weld your door shut, and if there's a fire, goodbye.
That's crazy. I remember when it first started happening, and I seen dudes in suits walking into offices and spraying like this big ass fucking like foam gun of shit, and like look like a big can of Lysol.
Yeah, they're still doing that.
That's fucking crazy.
Who knows? Unless something's going on there where there's a new type of it going around that's lethal. Who the hell knows?
The version 2 or
version.
maybe it's the 0.5,
Yeah.
I don't know.
the C mini.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting, though.
Stop fucking the chimpanzees.
I mean, have disposables kind of like really turned down, Mark? Like,
Yeah, they've been slow.
so, and I mean, if anybody's going to know that, I know it's going to be you. So I can kind of judge things off of like how companies are reaching out to you on that end. Because really, even though I know everybody hates to hear it and hates to see that shit, but that's like the main thing that's been turned out here for a good while. And
Yep.
if that's slowing down,
And everything's gonna be fucking slowing down.
yep.
Yeah, I think it's slowed down also, obviously, because they're on lockdown there. So,
True.
and they're going on their vacation January. So, who knows how long the lockdowns are. So, there might not be new shit coming out for a couple of months.
Yep.
Yep.
Y'all better hit that fire sale over there at FastTech before they close the doors.
I'm gonna be a part of that sale.
It's so funny hearing about like we're locking down, we're welding the door, and then you see the Elf Bar video. And it's like,
Yeah.
at least they're taking hygiene seriously. You know what I mean?
I still don't believe that's an Elf Bar video. I think it's either clones or just some other company trying to give them like bad press. I truly don't think it's Elf Bar.
I didn't even
I'm
know
not
that was.
saying it.
I didn't even know that was Geek Vape.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I did not know that.
Mhm.
Everybody in chat was telling me it's owned by Geek Vape. I'm like, shit, I didn't know that.
Yep. Well, who knows, guys?
Apple's screwed too. They're thinking about opening their own facility in the U.S. somewhere. I forgot where though. And they're gonna try to maybe start building all their shit here.
They've been saying that for God knows how long. They're gonna do that.
Dude,
I wonder why they're not doing it.
But
They
dude.
support that cause.
dude, if that happens though,
Yeah, the price.
the price is going to be out the chain.
Yep. Gonna
Yeah,
be-
if you have to actually pay people a fucking minimum wage.
It's gonna cut into their profits.
Think of this. Is there any major, which, I mean, really, we've only got two, well, pushing three. None of these cell phone companies are made in the U.S.
I'm trying to think of any electronics that are made in the U.S.
You think of Apple, Samsung, you got to throw Motorola in there. Who else we got? I know there's others.
LG, if they still make phones.
They're all coming out of China.
Like I don't think there's any electronics that are made in the U.S. and if they are made, they're made with parts from China. Imagine how much a pure U.S. made TV with U.S. parts would cost. Holy shit!
Well, think of this. Think of how expensive, and it doesn't matter if you're Apple or Samsung, because the top tier Samsung and the top tier Apple phones are running at least $1,500–$1,600.
Wow, that's fucking nuts.
Now, you think about that product being made in the U.S.
Well, and because it's a combination of things. Like here, right in China, you get paid 16 cents a day, and you've got to make like 1,000. And if you make 999, you're getting fired or executed or whatever they do over there. Here, you get paid like $15 to $20 an hour. And if your boss said, "Hey, man, I need you to really increase your performance," you would go to HR and have that guy's job in like 2 weeks. So the phones are going to be $30,000.
You know what the problem is? To tell you the truth, this stuff could be produced here in the States, and they could actually keep it the same price. But when you're used to making, I'm just giving a number. When you're used to making 100 million a year in your pocket, but now you might only make 40 million.
Oh, yeah.
That's what bothers them. They're used to that money that they're making, and they've become greedy that way. So they're taking a cut. And for example, when you think of 100 million and 40 million, I'd be happy with 2 million, 1 million.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But for them, that 40 million is,
it's all about that
like
mighty dollar. Yep. Dude,
that's the problem.
I would be real curious to see what I don't even want to say Samsung, because Samsung is based out of China. But Apple, is supposedly...
I think Samsung, the majority of the Samsung stuff is made in, isn't it made in Korea?
Well, we'll just say overseas, because I don't know the exact on these places. But you think, Apple headquarters is in the U.S., but I would love to see, without messing with any of the numbers and doing it however they have to do it on the U.S. version side, I would love to see what a U.S. made Apple phone would be, how much it would cost retail on something like that.
I mean, you got to remember too, a majority of it is like them losing money that they make, but it's also how expensive it is to fucking fund your own business in the U.S. Like all the shit you got to pay.
Well, true.
On top of like the workers, it's almost impossible. Like it's so expensive for any businesses to survive.
Taxes and all that shit. Yeah, the operating costs are crazier. There's a reason why there's no like manufacturing jobs here, really.
If they were to cut that somehow, they could probably, you might see more U.S. businesses, but
you know how you have to go on these. Well, you don't have to, unless you just pay out all up front for a phone. Let's just say let's say you get a top tier phone. That phone's $1,500–$1,600. You pay that and the taxes or whatever. You're easily what, $1,800 maybe, somewhere in that area. Or you go on one of the carrier plans where you pay on the phone monthly, and you're either on some 2 or 3 year plan where you're constantly just making that little note on the phone and paying your phone bill. Think about if it was a U.S. made, and I'm just using Apple because I'm thinking of Apple in the U.S. Think of an Apple made iPhone that was distributed out to the carriers. Can you imagine the plans you would have to be put on then? You'd be on a 10-year lease program or some shit to able to pay the price.
What would happen is, and this comes to also cutting down their profits, the sales are going to be much less. Not because of the price of it is kind of the price of the phone, it's the price of the phone, but what it's going to do is, perfect example, you, Mark, I think even Steven, you guys, when the new phone comes out, every time Apple makes a new phone, you guys jump and buy it, right?
Mm-hmm. Usually.
Well,
True.
now you won't be buying a phone every year. You might buy it every 3 years because of that price going from $900 or $1,000. Maybe it's going to be now $1,800 or $2,000 for the phone. So you'll wait 3 years. But technically, you don't need to change the phone every year.
Yeah.
Phones are still doing the same shit. That's what's going to stop.
It's true. Because they throw just a few little Easter eggs on these phones to make you think like, oh God, I got to go out and get that one because it does this or that, which really in all reality, what I got now is perfect. I mean, there are maybe one or two things on the next gen that I wouldn't mind having, but I'm going to skip it because my goal is to go on to when, like, I want to see what the 15s look like. But by the time the 15s get here, if they're $3 million, I might have to stay with what I'm in for a good while longer. I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, we're gonna offer mortgages for phones now.
That's what it'll come to.
Yep.
Yeah. Your cell phone bill this month, you've got your $40 charge for your data, unlimited talk and text, and then your phone, that's an extra $3,000. So your phone bill's gonna be $3,400 a month for the next 15 years.
Can I get a 30-year mortgage on that?
Dude.
Crazy.
The problem with America, or maybe not all of America, but most of America, is that we're spoiled and we're money hungry. I think we had like a reality check on shit, we'd be more like grateful for shit and wouldn't be, we wouldn't have $1,500 phones and shit like that. But
Well, that reality check is
about to
on the
come.
horizon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of reality checks coming here pretty soon. So
But 0% inflation.
There you go.
Yep.
Wait, Mark, you got a point on what you say. See, other countries, people don't buy phones the new every year.
Yep.
You got people rocking the same phone for like 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And probably they're still on older technology that where we're at now. Probably they're in areas where they couldn't handle the technology of shit that we have right now.
Yeah, you know who the biggest idiots are? Us, the Americans, because we all wanted 5G on our phones. And you guys, I don't know if you know, 5G doesn't work. It's garbage.
Oh, completely.
Fucking worse than 4G.
Completely.
Oh yeah, my cell phone service is dog shit now.
That's because of the 5G ban. It's trying to grab the 5G. That's why. And it can't.
Well,
5G is trash.
I've watched so many guys, well, at least when 5G was coming out, I watched a lot of these guys that was doing actual test on it. And they'd go somewhere like in a city and they'd have to stand in a certain little area of a block and they'd get a great test off of it. And then they'd make about 10 steps out and lose that completely. So it's like hit and miss where you're actually getting the full 5G effect. So yeah, with the phone I got now, it probably is about as fast as what I've had in the past, if not slower at times.
Like, how much faster could a phone be? Like, what could you possibly, like, tap on the app and let's like instantly appear? Like, how much quicker do you need that app?
It's more of working off a phone too. Uploading, let's say, videos. Try uploading a long video from your phone. There's other stuff. You know who did a good video on it? And the funny part is, I've been saying that about, how many times have I said it about, ST, I've said it about 5G. Oh, it's bullshit. Anyway, what's his name? MKBD, MKHD, whatever his name is.
I know you're talking about
Marquise Brown, yeah.
He did a video on 5G, and he said the same exact thing.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever experienced what 5G is.
But he explains in that video what 5G could potentially do. But that would take years to accomplish. But the whole point is that they didn't need to unroll 5G on our phones yet. They could have waited until the infrastructure was built. Instead, what they wanted to do was put up a couple here and there. Oh, there's 5G. Now you're all going to pay for it by buying these new phones that you all think, oh, I'm getting the new phone. It's got 5G.
Yep.
And yeah, Ray, you get 5G great at your work. Once you leave work, bye 5G from where you are. That's the problem.
Well, it's no different than me. As soon as I walk into my house and my phone clicks off of 5G onto Wi-Fi, my phone is fast as all get out. But as
Yes.
soon as I leave this house and I'm connected to everywhere else, I get a drastic drop. And I'll tell you, the biggest drops is not a drop, but how fast things are. Like, I can be out somewhere and I want to mess around, and look at my YouTube shit. I can't tell you how many times I pull up YouTube and I'll click on a video and I'm sitting there for a minute, or it can't keep up with things. And it's
Okay,
like,
you gotta put it to like 240p.
yeah, it's like, this is ridiculous right
Yes.
here.
You know, that's because it's trying to grab the 5G band and it's playing like shit. Now, if you grab an old phone that doesn't have 5G and use that, your 4G is going to be lightning fast
Yeah.
because it doesn't have anything to fight.
Yeah.
This is the big scam that's been going on with these phones. I used to never, when I used to be at home, 4G, I never hooked it up to my Wi-Fi. It was unlimited. I used 4G all the time. It was fast.
Yeah.
But ever since 5G came out, I got to make sure so that I have the Wi-Fi always on. When I walk in the house, connects right to Wi-Fi.
Yep.
Because of that reason. Shitty.
Dude, the test I do on my internet when I'm on 5G, they are horrible looking. It's like you would want to laugh if you see it. But when I do my tests when I'm on Wi-Fi, it's damn near as good as what my computer is doing right here, you know? So it's just, I don't know.
Maybe they put up more antennas where you are, Ray. But I think isn't he from New York, Ray?
I'm not certain on
Or
that.
is he from maybe he's not. But in New York, it's hard to find 5G. I still haven't experienced that awesome 5G.
I haven't either.
Not find anywhere 5G antenna.
Nope.
Yeah. I will say this, though. We've covered quite a bit of stuff tonight. So if you are new and you sat through this whole show, you got educated on FastTech, eating bird shit, riding around with the Haitians driving their Teslas with Uber,
Macon.
and you learned about 5G and cellular phones.
Yep. And Mark trying to eat shit.
And Mark trying to eat shit. We give you the whole ball of wax on here. Literally, since Mark tried to eat wax, we brought you the whole ball of wax. So you can't get any more than this right here. So
Very educational show.
it was very educated. We worked hard to bring you this show tonight. Ever since we left last Tuesday, we've been behind the scenes working on this show to bring you this content tonight. So
This is all scripted. We actually have teleprompters in front of us.
Yep.
So I hope that y'all were very impressed with this. And if you did, show your love. Let's get some likes going on here. Let's get some. I noticed the subscribers. I guess we're doing a new thing with subscriptions because I'm getting more unsubscribing than I am subscribing. So let's try something new. Try subscribing to the channel, just out of curiosity to see what happens. But you know, you never know.
I got the perfect thing. I've been saying this in my past, maybe like 6 or 7 videos. I've been saying this. How basically I never used to say in my videos to like, comment, and subscribe.
Yep.
How many years? I've been doing this since 2014. I never, ever brought that up. I started that. Finally, after so many years, I started that. Only because people aren't commenting, they ain't liking videos. And this is what YouTube wants. If you don't comment, if you don't like, they're suppressing the video. So to force a video not to be suppressed, the more comments and likes they get, the more views, the more it's going to be out there. And it's good for vaping. So that's why I always like, comment, subscribe too.
Yep.
And another thing, one more thing, I see. When I do mention that, I'm not mentioning it just for me. I'm telling people to do it for all vaping channels.
Oh yeah.
Whether you're watching my channel, someone else's, make sure to like, comment, subscribe.
That's all we can do to stay afloat, because the more people, the less interaction we have from people, like after the video's gone up. I know y'all are in chat, but go back to the show the next day and just write something in the comments or something, because if there's no activity in comments, there's no likes, the subscribes just keep dropping off. The channel just gets harder and harder to find. And then it gets to a point where, you know, it's nothing.
Look, if you want to fight back against these horses' asses that are against vaping, like, comment, and subscribe. That's the way you're going to fight back to them.
Well, look, there's 120 something people watching right now, and there's 56 likes. I think we could at least get it up to 75.
There you go.
100 would be dope.
Is there a giveaway?
Yeah, if we get it up to 100 before ST ends the show in the next 2 minutes, I will give away $1 million.
Damn.
All right, ST, let's go ahead and end that show. Let's go ahead and wrap that
Yeah,
up.
let's go ahead and wrap this up right now. Yeah, definitely. Be as supportive as you can of all these channels, and it doesn't even have to be a comment pertain to what the video is. This is a good example. Y'all know me. I rarely put up videos. I do lives more than anything. But I guess by the thumbnail I had the other night for the little e-juice thing I did, I got more views than what I typically would. And they kind of started coming in. And then I noticed there was a lot more people engaging on the comments. So the video's been kind of slowly growing a little bit, which the only way that's happening is through interaction. It's not just because it's just sitting there dead somewhere and it just nothing happens. So, you know, it's just things we have to do. I mean, we enjoy doing this, but we also enjoy getting that communication back from y'all on this stuff. So
If you want to fight the power, like, comment, and subscribe.
Fight the power.
There you go. So with that being said, we did give y'all a total of, what is that? 16 minutes of OT tonight? Look at that, 16 minutes. Who else is giving y'all 16 minutes? And don't answer that because I'm sure there's everybody's doing that. But we're going to wrap this up. I hope that y'all have a great week. Get ready. And in a couple more weeks, we're going to be at Christmas time. And I think, if I've heard correctly, Mark is going to do a special Christmas live. Like, not at the studio, but out and about. Which I'm just making shit up right now, but maybe he will do something. We might have to do a Christmas show this year.
He said he was going to do a live dressed up as Santa. He's going to go to the mall and have a bunch of kids sit on his lap. It's going to be really cool.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
When is Christmas?
This month.
No shit, Sherlock. What day?
25th?
Somewhere around there.
Oh my God.
I got the best live stream ever, Mark. You got to get one of them Kanye outfits. You know,
That would be nice to see that right there.
and walk around the mall with the camera.
Living Hints dropping that California donation. Thank you very much, sir. He says, fight the power. There it is, folks. Fight the power, folks. Lisa said it's on a Sunday. So maybe we have to do a special kind of Christmassy type show Sunday night.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Maybe we could do that right there. So I don't know. I don't know if everybody's going to be in place for it or what, but we still got a little bit of time. But I think we need to do that. We haven't done a holiday like event in a good while, and I kind of miss doing those. So, all right, we're wrapping this up. Smooth outro. Y'all have a good one. We will catch y'all next week. Don't forget, I guess Mark's doing his shit all weekend long coming up and Friday night. Mark, have you got a full packed lineup like you? Why is it? I have to ask this question. I haven't spoke to Mark in a little bit. Why is it that you went live so many freaking times
Because
this
I got
past
the
weekend?
gimbal now, and I got that app, so now everything is running smooth. So I'm like, yes, I'm just loving it. So that's why.
Man, there was I thought something was going on. I thought you was about to cash in some chips or something like that.
I did get pretty out of line.
Yeah, you did. Well,
Passion
anyway.
and chips. What are we talking about?
Oh, yeah, I did not say that.
Don't say that.
We're out of folks. Y'all have a good one.
Let me go ahead and deposit 15 grand real quick.
Yep. Somebody's got a bug going on.